Hello you guys, welcome back to another week in my life at college. If you're new, my name is Emily and I'm a senior at Clemson University, and today is Monday. It is currently almost 8 o'clock and I have a class to get to at 9 o'clock today, so I got out bright and early this morning. I'm wearing this really pretty pink flannel because it is currently 45 degrees outside, and honestly I am living for it because I am such a fall girly. So all of this summer weather that's been happening recently has been making me very sad because it is currently the middle of October. So I'm very glad that it is finally starting to get like fall, even though later on today it's supposed to be 70 degrees. I have a little cup of tea this morning. I meant to record me making my tea, but it is also almost 8 o'clock and I like to get to campus at least maybe an hour, 45 minutes early for parking. So I was kind of in a rush. So I don't really know why I'm filming before I get to campus, but here we are. So I have two classes today. I have one at 9 and one at 11:15. And then I'll come home, do some working from home things because I am an intern part-time with a graphic design company. Well, they're not a graphic design company. I'm a graphic designer for a company. Let's just say that. And then I'll be back at campus at 4 o'clock for my last class of the day. So that's sort of a rundown of today. I'm going to go ahead and head out to campus because I am a nervous Nelly and I like to get to campus really early. So let's head to campus for the day. This weather is giving me life. It is 50 degrees outside. I know it's gonna get warmer. This weather all the time is not my favorite, but the fact that it's under 80 degrees in the morning, I'm thriving. I'm the only one in this classroom right now. It's probably because I'm 35 minutes early, but honestly, it's a vibe. We are now out of class. It is almost 1 o'clock, and that class actually was pretty easy today, but I don't start work until 2, and it is almost 1, which means that I actually have time to go to Ulta to get a couple things. I am going to be traveling on Friday, so you'll see me getting ready and packing and things like that for that. It is a family event, so I'm not going to be vlogging any of that, but I do have to get a couple things because Friday's going to be very, very busy, and throughout the rest of the week, I have a whole bunch of things happening. So I have things like meetings, I have a nail appointment. I'm gonna get my nails done this week, so you'll see that. But I have a bunch of other little miscellaneous things that I don't usually have during the week. So I figured maybe today we could go to Ulta and get a couple mini things. I need a mini makeup remover, micellar water. I need a couple other little mini items. So we'll head to Ulta real fast and get a couple things. We are not going to spend a whole lot of time in there because I do have work at 2, but we're gonna see what we can find. Hopefully I find some good things because I'm not gonna have time to go back out this week. So let's head to Ulta. We're back from Ulta. It is 2 o'clock, so I spent a little bit of time to myself eating my lunch and walking on to work for the day. That's what's over here. But it is not quite time for my work to start yet. It's technically only 1:55, so I have 5 minutes to show you guys the things that I got at Ulta. It's such a tiny little bag. The first thing that I got was the thing that I went in there for, which was my micellar water. We're going to be bringing this for taking off my makeup and things. I also got something new. This is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I got it in the pink one because I am obviously very fair and I have hereditary dark circles, so I'm wondering if this will cover it up a little bit better underneath my concealer. So I'll wear both of them and we'll see how it goes. So I'll try this out tomorrow and see if it does any well. I also got a little mini mighty patch for my acne. It says 6 for night and 6 for day, so that's pretty neat. I'll definitely be using this probably more than once. And then the last thing that I got was a little mini makeup primer. So this is the NYX Marshmallow Primer, the one that went viral 4 years ago. And all of this together was $28. Not bad for 4 products at the drugstore. So with that, I'm going to get on with my work for the day. I'll be working for about an hour and a half or so, and then my last class that I thought I would have to go back to school for is actually going to be online on Zoom today, which is very exciting. So I don't actually have to go back to campus today. We love that because parking is terrible. So since that's on Zoom at 4:30, I'm going to work here until about 3:30, give myself a little bit of an hour to maybe do some homework, get set up for my Zoom meeting, and then from there we will go to my last class of the day. So it is currently 6:45. I finished my school class on Zoom, and then I had dinner, and now I'm going to actually take an everything shower. I usually do this on Sundays, but my weekend was kind of flip-flopped because of my long-distance relationship and scheduling with him and things like that. I'm gonna do it a little bit earlier than I usually do because I have to obviously get up for school in the morning, and I want my hair to have time to dry before I get into bed. But I'm gonna go ahead and get in the shower and blow dry my hair and do all of nighttime things. Let's have a productive evening. Alright, hair is blow dried straight now, which feels really nice. It's not entirely dry, but my hair just never fully blow dries. I think I'm just going to let it sit for just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to attempt to curl my hair with a straightener because my mom wants me to bring my straightener to California with us next weekend, and I want to be able to curl my hair with it because I'm going to have it there with me anyway. This is just the Good Hair Day Classic Styler straightener. I really like this, especially for curls, because it does like have the round shape of a curling iron barrel, so that's really nice. And I don't really know how to use a curling iron, so this works really well. I'm going to do a little bit of homework reading and things because I have a couple of chapters that I have to read tonight for a reading quiz tomorrow, and then when I'm at a stopping point for that, we'll go in and do some curling of my hair just to do some practice before the actual like wedding fiasco that happens next weekend. I just put like half of my hair up. It's been about 45 minutes, so I got a lot of reading done, but now my straightener is all ready to go. It just finished like doing its thing. This thing really needs cleaning. I didn't notice that until now, mostly because I don't really ever use this anymore. I've tried to not put as much heat on my hair lately, but we'll see how this goes. My hair has grown a little bit since the last time that I used this, so hopefully it looks okay. I like to go from back to front and bottom to top when I'm curling my hair. When I'm straightening my hair, I actually do it the opposite. So I like to take maybe like an inch or so of hair. Because my hair is so thick, it usually will take a while, so I try to do it with like as small pieces as possible. Like that's a lot. It's like very wide here, so maybe I even took too much on the top. Sometimes I'll cut it in half vertically instead. So yeah, that piece is a little bit easier to work with. The shorter pieces tend to look the worst, but I will just put it in and then flip it upside down like this. This looks a lot better with longer hair, but you know, my hair is kind of short, so we'll see how this goes. Just pull it down very slowly, and then it'll eventually curl itself just like that. It doesn't really look like a whole lot, at least on my shorter hair, but that's sort of what one curl would look like. I've not done this in a hot minute, if you can't tell. A lot of the time I'll actually put this front piece of hair in my mouth, but because I'm talking to you, I'm going to try and not do that. This piece I can actually reach, so maybe last time I just took too big of a piece. I don't think this piece is going to turn out very well, to be honest. Yeah, that did literally nothing. A lot of the time I'll just run my fingers through it until it cools down and then do it one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'll do the entire section and then go back to the piece, because too much heat on one piece of hair at one time is bad. I'm going to cut the piece in half instead. Turns out I overestimated the amount of hair that my iron can take. I like to get it pretty close to the root, at least in the back, to give it a little bit of body. Otherwise it just looks like Shirley Temple. And then I'll just twirl it. You can see there's a little bit of curl there. So I'll do this with the rest of this side with the hair in my mouth. I know that's gross, but it's the only way that my hair will like actually cooperate. So I'll be right back in just a second. Section you can tell is curled and this section is not, so I think it looks pretty good. We'll have to see what my whole head of hair looks like, and then we'll like brush them out a little bit. So we're going to go from back to front, maybe use smaller pieces this time and see if it looks any better. my whole head, and then we're going to finger comb them, and they won't look quite as ringlety, but I think this might be the move for the wedding because I actually really like how this looks. So we're going to go through the rest of my head of hair. Also, I don't know if I said this, but I usually will curl it away from my face, so it gives it a little bit of like a blown out type of look. And also for these front pieces, I don't start all the way up at the root. I like to straighten it about 1 inch to 2 inches and then start the curl so that I don't have this weird like poof around my ears. So I'm going to time lapse you through me doing the rest of my head of hair, and then we'll see what they look like. Okay, I think this side looks better than this side, maybe just because I'm right-handed, but I'm going to brush these out now just with my fingers, and we'll see what it looks like when it's like not Shirley Temple looking. If these turn out okay, I might actually do this more often because I love the look of curled hair on other people, but because I have so much hair and it's so short, it just ends up sort of looking like an afro sometimes. But now that it's like brushed out and things, oh yeah, that's way better. So we are definitely, I think, going to be doing this for the wedding with just like maybe a little half up type of thing. Thank you for letting me ramble while I do this. Let me know if you guys use a curling iron versus a flat iron to curl your hair. Also, if you have any tips on how to make my curls look a little bit better, let me know in the comments because I am always in the mood to learn a little bit. So I'm going to end right now and do some more reading and get ready for the day, or for the night, I guess. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hello you guys, happy Tuesday. I brought back the mini mic again because I forgot that I even had it on me yesterday. I meant to use it, but I was kind of in a rush in the morning, so here we are. Here's a little update of the hair. I think it turned out really pretty, although the top and front pieces looked a little bit scraggly this morning because I had my hair up in like a sleeping silk scrunchie to hopefully protect some of the curls, and I think the curls lasted last night, but the front pieces, because they were stretched a little bit when they were put on top of my head, it kind of looked a little weird this morning. So I don't think for the wedding I'm going to do my hair the night before. I'm just going to get up a little bit earlier, do my hair in the morning, and it should hopefully be fine. Also, yesterday I didn't realize until I finished filming that the majority of me curling my hair was not recorded because my SD card ran out of storage. So that's cool. I'm gonna have to change my SD card when I get back, but it is what it is. I got a very judgmental stare from somebody that was walking in front of my car. This is why I don't like to vlog in public. I have 3 classes today. I have one at 9:30, so I have about 45 minutes until that class starts. So after this clip, I'm going to head to the bus stop and hop on the bus. But after that class, I have a class at 11, which is usually between 1.5 hours to 2 hours because I have a lab during that time. And then at 2 o'clock, I have my last class of the day. So it's going to be a very class-filled morning/afternoon. And then I also have to study for an exam that I have tomorrow. So it's going to be kind of crazy because tomorrow and Thursday and Friday are going to be like crunch time. Tomorrow I have the exam along with 2 other extra appointments. I have a resume review and I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, so that's fun. Another judgmental stare. I don't know how people who vlog in public do it because it just gives me so much social anxiety. I kind of don't like it. So we're going to try and wrap it up pretty fast. Thursday, I have a lot of things happening. That's just normal. I always have a lot of things happening on Thursday. There goes the bus that I was going to catch. So we're going to have to wait for the next one. And then Friday, I'm going to be traveling for 16 hours straight. So we're going to try and get as much done as today as we can. I'm planning on having at least one of my classes ending a little bit early. Usually it's 2 out of 3 will end early at least. Also, what I'm drinking this morning, I have my caramel coffee creamer in my regular like coffee recipe, although I'm trying to use up my coffee creamer because on Sunday when I was going grocery shopping, I saw that they had brought out the Christmas stuff and I was like, I'm usually a fall person, but right now I'm like in the full Christmas mood. It'll probably change tomorrow, but right now I'm like, I want the Frosted Sugar Cookie International Delight Grinch creamer. If you know, you know. They also came out with a gingerbread one, which sounds really good too, so we might end up getting both of those after fall break because at that point it's like Christmas mode in my brain. You saw that, didn't you? Darn it. Luckily I'm wearing black and not white because that would literally be terrible. I also realized I'm not using my... It's been a crazy couple minutes, I guess. You probably couldn't hear a word that I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have worn nicer clothes. It's come out pretty well on the black, at least. My pants are gonna have to get washed or tied sticked or something when I get back, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up and head to the bus stop for my classes for the day, so I will talk to you guys later. 1 to go. I talked to you last. I think it was since I was walking to classes, and as you can see, it is in fact the evening. It is currently 6:20 p.m. I came home from classes and I ended up going straight to work because my last class of the day got out a little late, so I ended up having to rush home and get some work done. I had food, talked with my roommate for a little while, and so now we're going to get onto the studying grind. I have an exam tomorrow and it is actually on paper, which is the first time that I've actually had a paper exam my entire college career, so that's kind of weird. So I'm going to actually learn to study, hopefully. I'm not a big test taker. I'm not a very good one. I don't really know how to study. I was just naturally gifted in high school, which is not to sound bragging, but I'm just not good at studying or taking tests or anything. I'm good at a lot of the hands-on things, but a lot of the short-term memorization techniques are just not the vibe for me. So I'm going to try my hardest to memorize these things. Hopefully that ends up going okay. I'm going to make a Quizlet deck and do some studying and things. That exam is first thing tomorrow morning, so I have to do all of my studying tonight. So fingers crossed that actually ends up going okay. Hello you guys, happy Wednesday. It is currently 8:07 a.m. and I have a 9 a.m. class, so I figured I would talk to you guys real fast before I head to the bus stop. I got parking in record time this morning. I took a route and I saw that there was a whole bunch of people, so I went around them, and then that route also had a whole bunch of people, so I went around them, and then I ended up in front of all of them, which is kind of funny. I am in the best parking spot that I have gotten all year so far, but in a couple minutes I'm going to head to the bus stop to get back onto main campus. Technically I am on campus at this point. I just don't want to have to walk a 45-degree incline to campus at 8 in the morning, so we're going to grab the bus and head to my building for the day. I have one class at 9 and then one class at 11:15, and I think in between those two I'm going to go to Starbucks and treat myself after my exam, because why not? It's my one day of the week that I like to go to the campus Starbucks and get myself a little treat. So we're going to do that. I don't have a drink with me today because I'm expecting to get a coffee, and I am not somebody that can thrive on multiple cups of coffee a day. So we are just raw dogging it here for a little while. But then after that, I have my second class of the day, and then I also have a couple meetings today. So I'm going to be doing my internship on the go from campus, which is going to be really fun. You get to see a couple buildings that I don't usually spend time in. I usually spend time in the same 2 buildings every week because at this point that's where all of my classes are. So you'll actually get to see a little bit more of campus today. A bus just drove up and I'm not going to make it, so we're just going to wait until the next one rolls around. That's sort of an update for the morning. I will talk to you guys after all of my classes. exam is done. I think I did okay. I think I got at least a B, but now we're going to get Starbucks because I'm kind of hungry and I deserve it. For my last meeting of the day. It's been kind of crazy, but this classroom actually is not having any other meetings in it today. So I'm able to just sort of sit here and chill on my computer until my Zoom meeting starts. I'm getting my resume reviewed for like an assignment. So I'm just waiting until the Zoom meeting starts with the Career Center. And it shouldn't take a whole long time. I think it's supposed to only be like a half an hour long. So after that, I'm gonna do a little bit of internship work here because I already have all the things, and then head back to my apartment to get some food and do some homework before my nail appointment tonight. We are finally heading home for dinner because I am starting to get to the point where my stomach is making me nauseous. So let's go home. I want him. I didn't even have time to bring my stuff up to my room and get food. I was just so hungry that I dropped everything on the couch downstairs and started eating everything out of my cabinets. That's just the life of a college student. Whenever you don't have time to eat, you don't eat, and then all of a sudden you're hungry all at once. So that's what ended up happening. I warmed up some leftover pasta. I had a Greek yogurt bowl, which was really yummy. I also had a couple other little snacks and things. So we are full and satisfied now, thank goodness. My appointment for my nails isn't for another 2 hours or so. So I think I'm going to be sitting here for the next little while and editing a video that's gonna go up on Sunday, as I'm filming this at least, if I can get it done. I don't wanna have to bring my huge computer on a plane where it's going to be sitting in a hotel room for days on end. I'm going to try and get as much done on this as I can, and if it ends up being late, it just ends up being late and it's no big deal. That is sort of the plan for the next little while. I'm going to sit here and start cranking on this video because it's not even rough cutted yet and it needs to be edited like ASAP. I wasn't half an hour into editing this video when my nail person slash friend called me and said, hey, I am not feeling well. So we are going to have to scour the internet and find some press-on nails. We are not going to be painting my nails because one, these two fingers have recent casualties, and two, the latest that I could do them is tomorrow and the wedding is on Sunday. So I feel like between now and then, they're gonna chip. Like, I don't have a gel cure or anything. It's just straight up polish. So we're going to have to do press-on nails, unfortunately. So I'm going to scour the internet on Amazon and do overnight shipping for these nails. And hopefully they actually come overnight. So turns out that Amazon does not do overnight shipping to Clemson, which makes me very annoyed. So I think we're going to be going to Ulta once again. This is like the third time in 2 weeks I'll be going to Ulta to get darn nails. So we're just gonna have to run there tomorrow in the middle of all of the other things that I have to do. And do my nails tomorrow night. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for bed. My computer's at 2%, so I'm just gonna plug it in and not work on anything. And the video is probably just gonna have to be postponed. It is what it is. Happy Thursday. I gotta say, my makeup actually turned out pretty good today, so that's pretty nice. It is currently a very rainy, gloomy morning, but it's not supposed to stay like this for very long. I think the rain is supposed to stop in like an hour or so. So I didn't bring any rain gear or anything, which reminds me of the day where I got COVID, and I didn't know I had COVID yet, so I came to school, and it was literally a hurricane, and I came to school with no rain gear, expecting the rain to be done, and it ended up being done in like 2 hours, but the worst of it was while I was walking to my classes, so I literally got soaked, and that same day I got COVID, so it was just like a not fun day. And this is literally probably the same exact spot that I parked in that day, so That's kind of funny and giving me a little bit of PTSD, but it is what it is. So anyways, it is currently 8:35. I have a class in about an hour or so. So I decided to get here a little bit early for parking and also to just give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the day because it's going to be very crazy and I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to actually talk to you. I have my caramel coffee here. I actually ran out of my vanilla syrup, so this just has regular like caramel syrup in it and I can't tell if I like it or not yet. And also my caramel creamer is almost out, so the next time I have coffee will be like the last of the creamer. So that means that the next time I go to the grocery store, I can get the caramel stuff, not the caramel stuff, the Christmas stuff. And I'm so excited about that. I have a bunch of things happening today. I have a class at 9:30, which in the next like 10 minutes or so, I'm going to walk to the bus and head to that class. I also have a class at 11 in a totally different building than I usually have classes, which is interesting. It's going to be in the packaging science building. We, as part of one of my classes, are like branding a fictitious brand and we have to make a package for a product. So I get to print my package at the Sunoco Institute today, which is going to be really fun. I also have a class at 2 o'clock, which is just a regular like class that I would usually have. And then after that, we're going to book it to Ulta to hopefully find some nails that will work tonight so that I can do those and be ready for the wedding on Sunday. And then I'll come back to campus and go to my 5 o'clock class. So it's just going to be a lot of like running back and forth today. I think that's going to be very busy. So I'm just going to probably end up making this day a huge montage until tonight because I'm literally going to have no time to talk. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and head to the bus stop and get to campus so that I am all ready to go for my 9:30 class.
You always let me know. You always let me go my way. You always let me know. You never let it show.
Time to play Russian roulette. Will we get hit by an acorn from this tree? Alright, you guys, so it is currently 3 o'clock on the dot, which means that I have roughly like an hour and a half or so until I have to be back on campus, which means it is time to run to Ulta and get some nails because this is bad. I talked about this already, but we're going to run to Ulta and get that and then hopefully be able to go home and eat something before my next class. We'll have to see if that ends up happening or not. I really hope it does because I ran out of my snacks. So let's head to Ulta.
You always let me go my way. You always let me know. You never let it show.
It has been a minute since I've sat in this chair, and that is because it is currently 8 p.m. I have officially been out of my apartment for 12 hours straight. I feel so good to just be home, and my break has officially begun. So we're gonna start it off by giving you a little bit of an Ulta haul. I got only like 4 things. So the first thing that I got was this nail glue, obviously, because we're gonna be doing fake nails. So this is the Kiss Power Flex brush on nail glue. This was like $3. And then I also got 2 options for press on nails because I have one pair that I know will probably fit my nails because I've used them before, but I have another pair that I found after that looks better. In my opinion, the color matches a little bit better of my dress. We're gonna try those ones first, and if they don't work, we're gonna try the ones that I know will fit. But the first pair is this one by OPI. It's just their like regular press-on nails in the shade Malaga Wine. They make this shade in actual nail polish too, but they made it in a press-on nail like gel looking form too. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully they fit. My nail beds are so wide. You can tell on my thumb that my nail bed is like abnormally wide. I can't really wear super long nails because they're just so chunky for me. Hopefully these work because I love the look of short nails, but with my nail bed being so wide, a lot of the time they don't really fit. But if they don't, the ones that I know will fit are these ones by Kiss. It's their Impress press-on nails. These I got for like $10. They were on clearance, so we love that. It's just this really pretty like red color. It's not quite as burgundy looking as this, which this matches my dress a little bit better. These ones I like the design of a little bit more, so we'll just have to see. The last thing that I actually forgot almost to tell you is that I also ran out of my moisturizer this morning, so we ended up getting a replacement. This is by e.l.f. It's their Super Hydrate Gel Moisturizer. I'm curious to see what the formula of this is because online it looks very weird. It comes in this cute little purple jar. Also, love the color of this and the quality of the package. Okay, so if the lighting and everything has changed, it's because my 2 SD cards are both out of storage right now, and my computer is being annoying and I can't like transfer all of the data right now. So we're getting phone footage for right now. But I want to show you guys the inside, like I give you first impression of the formula of this stuff because I don't really know what to make of it. So we'll see what happens. This is what it looks like. Ooh, that's weird. Cool, but weird. Like you can see it a little bit. I don't want to tip it too much, but like it's definitely sort of liquidy, but it also looks more like a jelly. So that's really interesting. I'm going to get in the shower, let my computer maybe reboot itself a little bit, and then we'll transfer the rest of my data to my computer so that I can actually use my camera for the rest of this vlog. We are out of the shower. That feels really good. So now we are going to attempt to do these nails. I've not done nails like this, I think, since maybe my high school graduation, so it's been a hot minute. But the good part is that these Kiss ones especially are very easy to use. Worst case scenario is I at least know how to use those. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this glue and get cracking on these nails so that I can actually like go to bed and get a decent night's sleep, because tomorrow I plan on trying to leave at around 8:15, 8:30. Maybe I should take my hair down and at least put it like a sleep safe braid or do a quick hair dry of it before I start with my nails, because I don't want this to be sitting for like hours. So I think I might actually try and like work on my hair a little bit first. That way when I'm done, I can just do my nails and go to bed. All right, we're back. I just did a little bit of a hair dry, like a head start type of head dry where it's not like all dry, but it's enough to where it's not going to be wet in the morning. And then I put it up in this little sleep safe braid. I know it kind of looks funny in the back, but that's just because my hair is so thick and my hair is so short that it kind of just looks funny. I also opened up this OPI box, and it turns out that I think these are going to work. These actually look really pretty. So that's what my thumb will end up looking like. It might be a little too long still. We might have to file it down, but it might just be something that I have to get used to too. Like that's what my fingers would look like. So we'll just have to see. I'm gonna have to trim my nails quite a bit so that they actually hold pretty well, but I think these are going to work. So I'm going to spend the next probably hour or so doing this. They turned out really, really good. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to the length of them, but I think they turned out really pretty. This is what they look like. They're so good. My nails are very square, so the fact that these are rounded is not ideal, but I didn't want to shape them down too much, so we just left them sort of as a soft oval shape. I don't usually go for oval, but it does look pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get to bed so that tomorrow morning I can get up bright and early and be out of here by 8:30. I've only been up for half an hour and we already have a casualty, so we're gonna have to fix that before I leave. We are all fixed and ready to go, so I think I'm actually going to end this vlog here so that I can get to my parents' house, so that I can get to San Diego. So I hope you guys enjoyed coming on with me on this very busy college week in my life. I hope you really liked it, and if you did, please like it. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe for more videos from me. I have a whole bunch of college content planned and coming your way very soon, so I will see you in my next video. Bye.